Welcome to the Dre on the Keys podcast. I'm your host, DeAndre Gossi, and we're here to learn. We're here to get better. We're here to grow as we travel this musical journey. As usual, I have another jam-packed episode of information. Today we're diving deeper into our C major 9 sound. And we're doing this Titus Robertson style today. Last week we had the chord in our right hand and we had the bass note in our left hand. Today we're going to mix things up a little bit more. We're going to take that same concept, moving the material that we're working on through half steps, whole steps, minor thirds, fourths, and fifths. Now, if you're not a pianist, today you're in luck. You can play along with what the right hand will be doing. So, the right hand will be doing a major scale up to the 7th, and then we'll descend back down from the 7th and land on the root. It'll look like this in C. All right. So if you're a horn player or instrument that doesn't play chords, you can play that chord with your on your instrument along with me. Our left hand is going to play that C major 9. You know, we have those two voicings that we learned last time. You have the type 1, and I'll build it from the bottom. E, G, B, and D. And the numbers of that chord, we have the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, and the D. If you had a bass player, the bass player would play the C. So this is a rootless voicing. We're calling this type 1. Basic block chord voicing, note split in thirds. And the second voicing that we'll use is the type 2 voicing. It has the 7th on the bottom. 7, 9, 3, and 5. And of course, the bass would be implied because these are rootless voicings. So this episode is definitely a practice session. I encourage you to get to your instrument, or if you have a chance to, replay the episode and get to your instrument and practice with me. Also, I'll have a MIDI file available of this episode that you can practice along to. I'll be uploading it to my Patreon page at Dre on the Keys. So without further ado, I'm going to get the metronome going here. All right. We're at 60 BPM, and we're going to start with the type 2 voicing in our left hand. Our right hand will be playing a scale ascending and descending. Ascending to the 7th, and then descending from the 7th and landing on the root. All right, so without further ado, let's go over to the keyboard. Let's get practicing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. Ooh, that's a workout, isn't it? All right. So now we're going to flip over and we'll do the type 2 voicing in our left hand. That's 7, 9, 3, and 5. And we'll do the scale in our right hand. We'll go back down. Finally. All right. That is a workout. So we ascended and descended with half steps. First we did the type 1 voicing in the left hand with the scale. Then we did the type 2 voicing in the left hand with the scale. Now let's go on to whole steps now. Type 1 voicing in the left, scale in the right. Now we'll go up in halves. We go up a half step and we'll do the same thing starting on C sharp. Do that one again. That's G. Right. It's a workout. It's a workout. Now let's switch over to type 2. Do the same thing. We'll go back to C. We'll go on whole steps. Cool. Let's go up in whole steps. Type 2 in the left hand, scale on the right, starting on C sharp. All right, I'm starting to get warmed up here a little bit. I feel the juices flowing a little bit. Things are getting a little bit clearer. Now let's go ahead and do minor thirds. We'll start on C, and we'll do minor thirds: C, E flat, G flat, and A. And then we'll do C sharp, E, G, and B flat. And then finally we'll do D, F, A flat, and B. Okay, so type 1 chord in the left hand and the scale in the right. Check it up. Take it up one more time to the D. Last one. And one thing I wanted to point out, no sustain pedal. You really want to get smooth, don't use the sustain pedal. Just use your fingers to sustain the notes out. All right, let's move on to type 2 voicing in the left hand, scale in the right hand, moving in ascending and descending minor thirds. Take it up. Take it up one more time. Oh yeah, I really feel the juice is starting to flow now. My brain is starting to open up, not really having as many brain freezes. We want to keep going. So type 2 on the left hand, scale on the right. Let's go around the circle of fourths counterclockwise. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, and we'll end on G. right, let's switch it up and we'll do A in the left hand. I'm sorry. A, that's the one I messed up on. But we'll do a type 2 voicing in the left hand, scale in the right. All right. We have one more set to go. We're going to do our circle of fourths or circle of fifths. Now we're going to go clockwise. C, G, D, A, E, B, G flat, D flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, F. I think that's right. These are tough. I usually always go counterclockwise, but I'm challenging myself and we're going to go clockwise. All right. Last set. Type 2 voicing in the left, scale in the right. We're going around the circle of fifths or fourths. We're going clockwise. Woo, we made it. Wow. What a workout. So, in the last episode, we had the chord in the right hand and we just had a single bass note in the left hand, and we went through all of the different intervals, half steps, whole steps, minor thirds, fourths, fifths. Today we extended that concept and we put the chord in our left hand and we put our scale in the right hand, and we went half steps, whole steps, minor thirds, fourths and fifths. And it's something about this exercise, if I have time before a gig or a show, it really gets my hands going. It gets my chord voicings. It really gets me, my mind and everything. It really gets me just It gets me familiar and comfortable behind the piano. It gets my spatial awareness and everything together because you're doing all of these different jumps, small jumps, medium jumps, and big jumps. You have scale motion, you have chord motion. So it really gets me loose, gets my mind ready. It's easier for me to transpose music on the fly. So that's it for today. Major 9 chords with the scale, Titus Robertson style. So I hope you gain something out of this. I hope you can bring some of these tactics into whatever you're working on. We did a major 9 chord, but this could work for a lick. It could work for a chord voice and you're trying to get in all 12 keys. I mean, this strategy, this tactic, you can take it, explore it, blow it up, put it back together, make it your own. Again, I'm DeAndre Gosey. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook at Dre on the Keys. It's spelled the same way it sounds. Dre, DREONTHEKEYS. Dre on the Keys, no spaces. Remember, I'll have the MIDI file available for this episode via Patreon. Please like, subscribe, share the word, rate, review, leave a comment, and support on Patreon or leave a little tip for your boy. But that's all we have for this one. Shout out to Titus, man. Love you, bro. Appreciate you for sharing the knowledge, and I'm just paying it forward. And we are out of here. Yes, sir.